Hi guys, I just thought I'd show you this. I've had a Dremel for many years. I use it for all sorts of things, postcode marking on pretty much everything, grinding, all sorts of tasks around the house. But unfortunately it's worn out. There's a button very similar to this one actually that you push in to lock the motor in place whilst you do up the little collet at the end. We happened to be in Wickes yesterday and saw this little rotary tool, multifunction tool with some accessories, and it was $24.99, which I thought was quite reasonable. So we grabbed one, and when we got to the till it was actually $19.99. So if you haven't got a Dremel or something similar and you're looking for one, I'd pop out and nip down to Wickes. So I thought we'd just have a quick look at this and see what you reckon. I'm not expecting too much. Set of instructions. There's the unit. Same colour as Bosch equipment. I think that sun's causing a problem, isn't it? Let me just pull this door to. Alright, hopefully that'll be a bit better. Right, so apologies. Yeah, the pretty much the same colour as Bosch equipment. Little on-off switch. The speed adjustment is on the top here, so it's 1 to 6. Yeah, I mean it's cheapish plastic, it's a bit rough around the edges. That's the locking button I managed to break in, well, it's just worn out on the Dremel. You just press that and turn the spindle and it locks the motor, and then you can undo the collet and fit your accessories. Just plug that in, see how noisy that is. The spec is 140 watt. No load speed is, well, hang on a sec, the speed is variable between 10,000 and 35,000. That's interesting. Let's just fire that up on the lowest setting. I'm expecting it to be pretty noisy. Actually, it's not too bad at all. It's a little, I assume that's a hanging hook on the end there. Certainly isn't a stand of any sort, I don't think. No. So what else have we got? Well, there's the little collet tightening spanner. So you would lock the motor in place and then do that up. Just got to unplug that. Don't want any accidents on the camera. So we've got a collection of, where's the camera, little grindstones, you can see those. Kits of all of these little bits and pieces are very cheap on eBay. Generally not high quality. In fact, one of the things you'll probably find with this type of thing is that the stones are glued onto the end of the metal, and if you overheat these bits, the glue warms up so much that it becomes molten, and then just the stone falls off the top. We have some polishing discs. They're just a sort of felt material. These are little circular sanding belts. There's a few more there. And then and that is a collection of little grinding, cutting discs. Let's see if I can break the top off on these and show you. It also includes the other collets. There's different sizes. Where are we? You can see. So from the biggest probably right down to the smallest one that's perhaps already fitted in the end there. So, and then just a range of cutting and grinding discs. One thing I would say with these discs, you can see how thin they are. They shatter very, very easily. So protective goggles with this sort of thing is an absolute must. I've shattered quite a few over the years. Always had goggles on, fortunately. Learnt my lesson some years ago when a neighbour was hammering a masonry nail into a brickwork wall. The nail pinged out and ended up embedded in his eye. So we've got a few more tools for grinding, a few drills for drilling the smaller holes. One thing I did find out recently that was very helpful, we had a double glazed window that had misted up, and it wasn't a toughened window, so I used the tools from the Dremmel, but because the Dremmel was broken I just fitted them in my corded power drill and just drilled through the glass a small hole at the bottom and then a small hole right at the top of the sealed unit, and after about 3 days the air was able to circulate through the hole up, dry out the moisture, and now the pane of glass is, the sealed unit's clear again. That is the little rubber block that the sanding bits fit over, and we've got a discs fit onto that. You just loosen the screw at the end and the discs sit on the top, and then you do the screw up. Very similar pieces to the that comes with the Dremel. You've got a little wire brush for cleaning rust and paint finishes off of metal, just a smaller one there. Any tough work, you'll find you'll go through these accessories really quickly, but you can buy better, larger things than that on eBay, and they're pretty cheap for the kits. But I thought for for 20 quid that wasn't too bad at all. Let's have a closer look. So a little switch under there, specifications there. Of course it's out of China. To change the collets you would just unscrew this like that, and the collet lifts out, and you just fit another size if required, and pop it all back together. Got to say, some of these parts are very, very Dremel-like, if not exactly the same. They're very similar. So yeah, that was it. I just thought that was a particularly good bargain, $19.99. I don't know whether it's a one-off special offer and you need to get down to Wickes quick if you want one, or whether it's a permanently stocked item. They made a bit of a display out of them and sold quite a few by the looks of it. So yeah, I just thought that might be interesting. If you haven't got one, just test out one of these grinding stones. There. If we've got the wrong, there we go. So yeah, just pop that in there, nip it up. works fine. Just grabbed an old PCB and I've just taken the coating off just to go back to the bare copper. So yeah, quite pleased with that. Nice cheap bargain. Anyway, thought that might interest some of you, and I'll catch you later.